Hey guys, welcome to the channel. As you can see, I'm out on the Honda Trail 125 today. Come up a pretty good mountain to get here, but we are up in the mountains here in southern Arizona. It's beautiful up here, really beautiful. And I want to talk a little bit about how you can improve your Honda Trail 125, make things better for off-road. Make it into an off-road machine instead of just a city bike, basically is the way they come. Some things you don't have to do that I have on mind, some things you do, but I'll kind of show you most of the stuff I did. So the first thing you want to do is get some tires. The biggest thing is tires to start with, I should say, because the stock tires on there are just way too cityfied. They're just not good for off-road. They'll go decent, but they just are not very tough tires. They're small. You need bigger tires to keep your tire from smashing and getting pinch flats and stuff. So the bigger, fatter tires are better. What I have on here is the IRC GP1s, the 300 by 17. Very good tires off-road. I've had these for probably about 2,000 miles, and you can see they're wearing real good. Really a tough tire. And this is the 3.0017. To do this, you really should put the fender lift kit on. You don't have to, probably. It would probably fit without it. But the problem is your fender is so close to your tire that you'll get rocks coming up in there and dragging on the inside of the tire. Or if you got in a lot of mud buildup would be a problem. So fender lift kit here also helps. And that just raises your fender up. But tires is probably the number one thing. Another thing I have is some crash bars. These are Kimimoto's. They're not real heavy, but they will help when they tip over. If you had a big crash, they're not going to do much, but they will help. I also have the protection for my headlight. I have a rack here and guard for my headlight. Then I have a little ammo box on here that I keep some stuff in. Some hand guards that actually wasn't made for this. They was a little too long, so I took and cut them off right here and shortened them up and made them work, but they're cheap and they work pretty good. Some fold-in mirrors work really nice. Makes it where you can fold the mirrors in if you do get in a lot of brush and stuff, or fold them out. This is something you don't have to necessarily have for off-road, but it's pretty nice when you get in a lot of brush and stuff. These are the Kimimoto's too, and they seem to work pretty good. I've had good luck out of them so far. As far as luggage, I got the Nelson Rigg Gear Adventure luggage. This is 100% waterproof luggage. It's super nice. This is the Adventure tail bag. It fits on here nicely and gives me a little bit more room to carry this 5-liter dry roll bag right here. And in this roll bag, I carry a spare front and rear tube and all my tire irons and tools that I might need to change a flat if I happen to have one. Up here I have the Rigg Gear Hurricane tank bag, which is nice. I just got it strapped on here and then zip tied to hold it in place. It's a nice place to put it, and it's 100% waterproof, just like all this Rigg Gear Adventure luggage. And I can carry some things up here. I also have another 5-liter bag up here I can put stuff in. But this, I believe, is 28-liter. Really nice. They make a 12-liter also, but this one fits it really good. Nice and heavy, 100% waterproof, as I said, and a lifetime warranty. So you can't beat the lifetime warranty. You buy it once, you have it forever. If something goes wrong, they'll replace it, no problem. Over here I have a fuel cell holder, bottle holder, and this works pretty good. I actually can put a fuel cell in here, but I actually carry my water bottle in here, a metal water bottle, and that makes it where I always have nice cold water all day long. As far as over here, I have the Kimimoto fuel cell holder or luggage holder. It can be used for either one. You can put a roto packs on it like I do here. And I carry an extra gallon of fuel at all times. This bike does get good gas mileage, but it don't hurt when you go out here in Arizona on trails way out to have that extra gallon of fuel. So I really like this. So far it's been good, never had a problem. It's just something that's peace of mind when you're out there and you have the extra gallon of fuel and don't have to worry about running out. even though, like I said, this thing gets superior gas mileage anyway, like 100 and something miles to the gallon. Another thing is put on a DID X-ring chain. That's what I put on here, and it is super good chain. So you don't have to worry about it stretching like the stock when it comes pretty much junk. They're real cheap. The DID X-ring chain is really good. I also put a larger rear sprocket on the back, which is a big improvement as far as gears it down a little bit, makes it a little better off-road. It's still not, you don't just climb any mountain there is, but it does help. But the stock does okay too. You just got to know your limits as far as what you can climb and what you can't. As far as my shifter, it's a stock shifter, and I just cut off the rear piece because I don't like the heel shift part of it. I didn't want it at all, so I took that off. I did go ahead and add passenger pegs on here too, for if I go someplace, I got a pad that goes back here, and my wife could ride behind me if we wanted to do that. Another thing I did as far as this kick lever is I kept hitting my heel on this kick lever. It was a pain hitting my heel on that and kicking back, and you can hear it click, 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 So I actually just loosened the bolt, tilted it back about this angle. That makes it where it's not up here. I'm not hitting it with my heel, and that works actually pretty good. As far as navigation on here, I have the Garmin Zumo XT2. Really, really love this GPS. It really works great for the off-road maps and on-road maps. I really like that. I have the Moto Pumps mount right here you can see on this crossbar. So you buy this crossbar separate too. And with this crossbar, it not only strengthens your handlebars, you also have a place to mount stuff, and worked really good for the Moto Pumps mount. I did put me a quad lock mount on here for my phone. The quad lock with the vibration dampener works really good. If you want to protect your phone and you never want it coming off, this is the only one to get. This thing is awesome. You just get the quad lock case for your phone, then you get this mount set up, and your phone is not going to come off. I have crashed, tipped over, banged around, and just beat it all up, and it still holds the phone really nice. I do have a front and rear camera on here, which is a ThinkWare M1 motorcycle power sports cam, and it works really good. It's a nice camera. You don't use the video off of it unless you ever need something in an instance that there was a problem, but it's nice that you're recording 1080p video everywhere you go with built-in image stabilization. That's a good camera, and it's front, and back here is the rear. Kind of hard place to see, but it's right here is the rear. I got it mounted. We're recording all the time. When I'm riding, I start it, it records the video the whole time, front and rear. So pretty cool. If I happen to miss something, I can pull the video off of that. Another thing that I did, and I recommend, is changing that fork oil out from the 10 weight to 15 weight. The 15 weight definitely makes it a lot better for bottoming out on these harsh bumps, especially when you're real rocky stuff like this road here, coming up the mountain, and you're a heavier guy like me. Makes a big difference. A friend of mine did make some 3/4 inch spacers that I put in here, and that just stiffens the springs up a little bit, and that also helped too. So pretty much everything that I've did, I have on my Amazon. I will post a link below to my Amazon store, and you can check out the CT125 parts, and pretty much everything I have is in there. If it's not in there, it's because Amazon don't have it and I didn't put it in there. I also have these foot peg inserts. These are really nice because it gives you a lot more traction on your feet. They're by Kimimoto, and they just bolt right in there, have these studs sticking up, and you have a lot more traction on your feet, especially when it's muddy. If it's muddy conditions or wet, this gives you a lot more traction on your boots. So that's it, guys. Pretty much everything that I've done to my Honda Trail 125, but I like it. I got it set up to where it's a lot more off-road capable. So to me, this is an off-road machine. It's not a big power machine, but if you want to go off-road on the Trail 125, these are some things that you should do. Thank you all for watching Woodsman Adventures. Click the thumbs up, subscribe, click that bell icon. You'll be notified when I put out a new video, and we'll catch you all on the next adventure. God bless, and ride on.